it's supposed to have hair growth benefits, but you're breaking out my skin and giving me a whole bunch of acne and clogging my pores in the process. So listen, if you've been living under a rock, let me give you the tea real quick, okay? There is a formaldehyde, okay, and a whole bunch of stuff. There is an ingredient in our shampoos, okay, that is causing hair loss, okay? If you don't know, Tresemme has this big lawsuit going on. I don't know if it's happening now or if it just, whatever. But Tresemme is kind of experiencing some trouble, honey, okay? The girls are fighting. They're coming for Tresemme simply because Tresemme shampoo has this ingredient in it called DMDM Hydantoin, okay? So let me really quickly break it down. What the hell is it? What does it do? And then we're gonna go into, listen, I'm not just here to scare you, you know, and just give you a whole bunch of don'ts, but give you a list of shampoos that you can use that is DMDM Hydantoin free, okay, sis? That's what you come here for. You come here for the tea, for the receipts, and then you come here for me to give you the solution to your problems, okay? And send you home with good hair and health and good health, okay? Anyway, so let's just go into it really quickly. So DMDM Hydantoin, and I'm gonna read my notes to make sure I get it all in, is an antimicrobial formaldehyde releaser preservative with the trade name Glidant, okay? Really quickly, if you don't know, a formaldehyde basically is a gas substance that's used everywhere. I mean, I don't really know where it's not been used. How about let's talk about where it hasn't been used. But a formaldehyde basically is a strong smelling gas like substance that's used in cosmetics and fabrics and plywood and blah adhesives, a ton of stuff. Like, I mean, you turn around, there's gonna be a formaldehyde. The biggest concern with formaldehydes is that in studies, there is studies that show that being exposed to too much of it can cause cancer, right? It's basically cancer. Excessive amounts of it, okay? Now, if we're exposed to it everywhere, right? Yeah, let that sit. I'm not gonna plug 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 together, because if, you know, just know that being overexposed to formaldehydes can cause cancer. So now let's go back to DMDM Hydantoin, which is a very common preservative that's being used in shampoos and other cosmetics, okay? So let's go a little bit deeper into what this is. So it's basically a crystalline white solid that appears in skincare and hair care products to preserve the shelf life, okay? It's an ingredient where people or companies or manufacturers hide the fact that there is a formaldehyde in your ingredient, in your shampoo, in your cosmetic, okay? Why is it harmful? Again, like I said, too much exposure or exposure to any compounds that release formaldehydes, DMDM specifically, can cause a variety of allergic reactions like eczema, or it can exacerbate your eczema and atopic dermatitis. It can cause contact dermatitis, and that's on the lighter side, right? But just know that, like I mentioned, a formaldehyde is definitely a carcinogen, and it can also contribute to scalp irritation and hair loss. Let's break down how it goes into hair loss, okay? Hair loss because DMDM collects in the scalp, so it builds up in the scalp and it weighs down the hair and blocks the hair follicles, which leads to decreased hair growth. So yes, okay, too much DMDM Hydantoin, this preservative ingredient, formaldehyde, inactive ingredient, by the way, in your cosmetic and your shampoo is clogging up your follicle. It's weighing it down and causing hair loss. Now, tell me how that works when your shampoo is supposed to be cleansing your scalp so that you don't have to deal with this very same problem. Right, and this is the issue that Tresemme has had, okay? So now, should you worry? I mean, listen, many experts, you know, I don't know which ones. I'm just saying this is my research here, but specifically, maybe I should have an expert on my podcast. If you don't know, shameless plug, it is called the Supernaturals Podcast, honey. And yes, there is a channel for it too. Follow it below, blah, blah, blah. If you're into that kind of thing, if you're into driving and listening to stuff that's helpful, if you're a podcast listener, definitely check out the Supernaturals Podcast, where I interview actual experts, right? Trichologists, board certified dermatologists, OBGYNs. I mean, people that are actually certified, licensed experts, okay, in wellness, health, medicine, who are basically giving us the real tea and the receipts behind everything that I spew out on these videos here. But anyway, moving along, shameless plug. Please, by the way, if you're here though, and if you're on this channel, you gotta subscribe, sis. I'm just telling you, you gotta join the family because you don't get stuff like this everywhere. I'm just putting you on. So should you worry? The bottom line is that experts agree that despite the panic of DMDM Hydantoin or other preservatives like it, that it's very, very, very low. There's very low concentrations in beauty products, so you shouldn't worry. Phooey, okay? Over here, we ain't got time, okay? Bottom line, I come from the school of thought that if I don't know something, okay, if I'm ignorant to something, then okay, right? Ignorance is bliss. But once I become knowledgeable of something, sis, we're gonna try to do better. We're gonna try to do better, okay? Especially when there's other options. It's not like there's not other options, okay? Don't hit me with the I didn't try, okay? So now, with that being said, let me give you the list of shampoos that are DMDM Hydantoin-free, and hopefully you ain't gotta be coming for nobody's bag because you lost your hair, okay? You don't gotta sue nobody, but if you already been using Tresemme forever and your hair is intact, sis, kudos to you. But if you know better, do better, stop it, okay? Tresemme, I mean, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, come for me? So number one is Ethique Eco-Friendly Solid Shampoo Bar, okay? It keeps your hair light and clean while removing frizz. And of course, it gets rid of oily roots and dandruff while providing ample moisture, okay? So basically, the name says it all. Ethique Eco-Friendly Solid Shampoo Bar. It's like a bar of soap. This is really, really good because it is free of a lot of these preservatives, formaldehydes, and carcinogen ingredients, right? The next one is Puridor Original Gold Label Anti-Thinning Biotin Shampoo, okay? It's best for thinning hair, sis. So if you're dealing with thinning hair, this is a good shampoo for anti-thinning. Retains natural hair moisture while preventing excessive shedding. Now, you know shedding and thinning goes hand in hand. Sis, if you are dealing with a lot of shedding, even breakage, hair loss, thinning, Puridor's Gold Label is good for you. And not for nothing, like I said, I'm not a big fan of biotin, but it's okay. This is not too much. I mean, I wouldn't take high concentrations of biotin. Biotin is a no. It's a no. It's a no, okay? If you watch my videos, you know why biotin is supposed to have hair growth benefits, but you're breaking out my skin and giving me a whole bunch of acne and clogging my pores in the process. Pero why? I mean, I'm just not trying to have good hair and bad skin. Like, where they do this at? Where? Point these people out to me, okay? So we don't do biotin, not on this channel, but if you have a low concentration, it's fine. You know, it's in your shampoo, whatever. But, you know, I wouldn't take biotin pills, supplements, and I wouldn't take a whole bunch of them either. The next one is Avalon Organics Volumizing Shampoo. It boosts volume at the root of your hair, okay? So it has, in its formula, it has something that basically it volumizes your hair. So if you're thinning and you need a little bit of plumpness, you need to look like you have something going on for yourself, this is a good one for you, okay? It's infused with natural ingredients such as quinoa protein. If you have not watched any of my other videos, shame on you, okay? Subscribe and go watch them. But I'm gonna help you out real quick. I'm gonna give you a cheat sheet real quick. Quinoa is better than rice, okay, for protein, okay? Quinoa has all the benefits of rice times 100, okay? It is just the GOAT, okay? If you want a protein treatment, I will recommend a quinoa protein treatment, hands down. I think I have a video somewhere on this channel about the best protein treatments, and there's a quinoa treatment that I recommend because quinoa, just the protein, just everything, okay, about quinoa is really good for, you know, correcting damaged hair, for anti-breakage, anti-thinning, for absolutely repairing, okay, the bonds of your hair naturally, okay? It's natural mechanism, it's natural formula, you know, comes together to really build the shaft, the bonds of your hair, okay? That's that on that, okay? So listen, it's infused with quinoa protein. And the protein is much more concentrated than the rice protein, just so you know. Much more concentrated than black rice, which black rice is much more concentrated than white rice, but we'll move on. The next one is, you know, and I'm not a big fan of the brand, but listen, it doesn't have DMDM and it's budget friendly because, you know, we gotta band it to every wallet, small and large, right? It's Herbal Essences Birch Bark Extract Shampoo. It's sulfate free, of course, and it's created to work in tandem with the natural pH of your hair, and ultimately it's budget friendly, okay? I don't know if it's under 10 bucks. I don't have the price in front of me, but you know, I'm sure this is a CVS run, a Walgreens run for you. The Birch Bark Extract Shampoo is DMDM Hydantoin-Free. The next one is Redken All Soft Shampoo. If you don't know, Redken you can find at Ulta. It transforms coarse textured hair into soft, manageable hair. Now, let me, you know, because I'm sure as far as, you know, my notes, some of my research is probably straight from what the company says. Now, please do not come for me as far as the coarse textured hair into soft, manageable hair. In other words, if your hair is brittle and dry, it is going to moisturize and it's going to make your hair manageable, malleable, and pliable, okay? That's what it means. Not that coarse and textured hair or textures are not beautiful and manageable. I had to insert that, okay? And of course, it moisturizes your hair without weighing it down. I just said that. The next one is Maple Holistics Tea Tree Shampoo. It's great for people with skin conditions such as sebderm or hairline acne. Yes, can you believe there is something called hairline acne, sis? And it's exactly what it sounds like. Like, I had no idea. I was today years old. And of course, it is good for breaking down dandruff, but it's absolutely gentle for your skin, okay? So this is good for the girls who are fighting the fight of dandruff. This is a good one for you, okay? Another somewhat budget friendly, I'm not the biggest fan of the brand, but we're talking about DMDM Hydantoin-Free Shampoos, is Garnier Fructis Pure Clean Shampoo. It washes away your buildup, of course, and the company says that it's aloe-based, which deeply penetrates the hair shaft to revive the dry hair, okay? Now, this is a brand that I love particularly, but you know, everybody's not gonna drop the point for this. Is Olaplex number 4 Bond Maintenance. Now, I personally have not used the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. I just created a video about my review on Olaplex, at least for, you know, as a protein treatment, as a, you know, treatment to repair damaged hair. But this is not that video. But anyway, it's going to restore chemically damaged hair. It's going to restore the original curl pattern and texture of your hair. And it's going to repair the broken bonds and strengthen your hair. And yes, one thing I can say about Olaplex from my own experience is that they can cash every check that they write, okay? They absolutely do everything that they say that they do. No, it's not sponsored. I don't get a penny or a coin, but I'm letting you know right now, Olaplex is that chick, okay? She's that chick, okay? I'm just saying, don't play with Olaplex, okay? Until someone else, you know, comes up with something better. But anyway, Maui Moisture Thicken and Restore Bamboo Fiber Shampoo. This is also DMDM Hydantoin-Free, revives your brittle and lackluster hair, and is great for baby hair regrowth. I mean, this is straight from the company. I don't know what that means, but it's what it says. And listen, I'm not a fan of coconut anything in any of my cosmetics, but you know, a Cure coconut and argan shampoo bar, I can't be one-sided. I gotta show a little bit of fair and balance, and there are people who are just coconut lovers. And so for you, this one again is DMDM Hydantoin-Free. It delivers a clean, hydrated effect to the hair, which is perfect for maximizing your volume, and is free of harsh ingredients, and it's made with natural substances like coconut oil and argan oil. Because it's a shampoo, I'm not gonna come for the coconut oil in this, because like I said, coconut oil is comedogenic. It's extremely comedogenic. It blocks your pores. And so I kind of err on the side of not using it, right? But it's a shampoo, you'll wash it out. I'm just saying. So are we going to be in agreement, sis? Okay. Are we going to be in agreement that we're going to try to stay away from DMDM Hydantoin, okay? I don't care what the experts say. Who the hell are the experts, first and foremost? And secondly, I mean, who's not gonna want to use a preservative that's extending the shelf life of a cosmetic product? I mean, you know, especially that side of the business, right? Anyway, listen, there's a lot of things we can't avoid. I mean, especially things like formaldehyde. I don't know why I do that. formaldehydes can be present every and anywhere, but you know, I'm definitely not trying to slap that sucker up on my hair. So if you've been using Tresemme, I mean, and you're good and you're intact and you love it, I'm not coming for you. But just be aware that it is an ingredient in their shampoo. It is a carcinogen, unfortunately, and it does cause and can cause hair loss. And so here are some great options for you to go shop, you know, for some shampoos that you don't have to worry about having that preservative, or hopefully not any other preservative in it that can cause hair loss. Okay. And so yeah, now let me preface this by saying, or not preface, but at this point let me just close this by saying, you know, these are DMDM Hydantoin free, not necessarily the best for this, the best for that, the best for hair loss, the best for any of that stuff, but I just wanted to give you a list of shampoos that is free of that obvious preservative that is causing a commotion. Okay, a commotion right now in the beauty and cosmetic world. Anyway, listen, you know I'm that girl. I'm Bevy. What I gotta say, subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff that YouTubers say. But really what will help me is if you guys like, because you're gonna boost me in the algorithm, and then, you know, help me to get discovered. You know, we need to grow over here. We've been trying. We're really trying to grow over here. All right, girls. Bye.